What if I told you that most of your stress, your anger, and your frustration comes from one simple unconscious habit? A habit of trying to control people and situations you were never meant to control. Now, what if I told you the fastest way to feel calmer, stronger, and genuinely happier is to simply say two little words: let them. Today, we're rediving deep into a powerful concept from the book The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins and Sawyer Robbins. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a life-changing mindset that has captivated millions of people around the world, and for good reason. This video will break down the core idea of the book, explain exactly how it works, and show you how you can start using it in your daily life, starting right now. So, what is this theory all about? At its heart, the Let Them Theory is a simple but profound mindset shift. And let's be clear about what it's not. It's not about being weak. It is absolutely not about giving up or becoming a doormat. And it's definitely not about ignoring your life and letting things fall apart. Instead, it's about a powerful realization, learning where your control ends and where your peace begins. The core idea is brilliantly simple. When people act in ways you don't like, when situations don't go according to your plan, when life just doesn't seem to listen to you, let them. But here's the crucial second part that makes all the difference. After you let them, you then let yourself choose how to respond. The let them theory really has two parts. In this first, let them do what they want, and second, let me do what I need to do. Think about how much mental and emotional energy we waste every single day trying to manage other people's behavior. We want our friends to understand us without us having to explain. We want our family to change their habits. We want our partners to act the way we think they should. We desperately want people to see things from our perspective. But here's the hard truth that we all know deep down. You cannot control other people. You can influence them. You can inspire them, but you can't control them. You can only control your own actions, your own thoughts, and your own boundaries. When you finally say the words, let them, you stop fighting a battle you can't win. You stop arguing with reality. You stop resisting what already is. And in that moment of surrender, an incredible amount of stress just melts away. You free up all that energy you were using to push against a locked door. So why do we suffer so much in the first place? According to the book, a huge portion of our emotional pain comes directly from our expectations. We have a mental script for how life should unfold. We expect people to respect us. We expect our friends to show up for us when we're down. We expect our family to understand our choices. We expect life to be fair. And when reality doesn't match our expectations, which happens all the time, we feel hurt, angry, or deeply disappointed. But instead of accepting the situation for what it is, our first instinct is to try and force it to change. We try to convince, argue, or manipulate the situation back into alignment with our expectations. And that's exactly where the cycle of frustration begins. The let them theory teaches us that acceptance isn't weakness, it's clarity. When you accept what is happening, you're not condoning it or saying it's okay. You're just acknowledging the truth of the situation. And only from that place of clear-eyed acceptance can you finally decide what you truly want to do next. Let's make this real with an example in a relationship. Imagine you send a message to a friend, maybe sharing something important, and hours go by, then a day. No reply. Are they mad at me? Why are they ignoring me? After all I've done for them, this is how they treat me? You start creating all these painful stories in your head. The let them theory offers a completely different path. Let them not reply. You see the fact. They haven't replied. Instead of letting your mind spiral into a vortex of anxiety and assumptions, you stay calm. You don't chase them. You don't send a passive-aggressive follow-up message. You don't beg for their attention. Then, you turn the focus back to yourself and ask the most important question: what do I need right now? Maybe what you need is to give them some space. Maybe it's realizing that this friendship feels a bit one-sided. Or maybe it's the quiet understanding that it's time to invest your energy elsewhere. The power shifts dramatically when you stop reacting emotionally and start responding consciously. Let's take this into the workplace. Maybe your boss consistently overlooks your hard work. Or worse, a colleague takes credit for an idea that was yours. Your natural gut reaction is probably a mix of anger, injustice, and resentment. You want to scream, "That's not fair!" But applying the theory here means you first pause and say to yourself, let them behave the way they choose. Let my boss overlook me. Let my colleague take the credit. It means you don't let their behavior hijack your emotional state. Once you're calm, you focus on what you can control. What can you do? You can start documenting your contributions more meticulously. You can work on improving your skills to become undeniable. You can set a clear boundary and have a calm, professional discussion with that colleague. Or you can recognize this is a toxic environment and start looking for better opportunities where your work will be valued. You move from a state of feeling like a helpless victim to an empowered agent of your own career. One of the most liberating lessons in this book is this: when you stop trying to control others, you get all of your power back. You stop wasting your precious time and energy on things you can't change. You stop overthinking every interaction. You stop looking outside of yourself for approval that you can only give yourself. And in place of all that, you start protecting your energy. You start respecting yourself and your own needs. You start making decisions based on your values, not on your fears. The "let them" theory creates profound emotional freedom. You detach your inner peace from the unpredictable behavior of other people. Your happiness no longer depends on them acting a certain way. Now, it is so important to understand what "let them" does not mean. The book is very clear on this. It does not mean you should accept disrespect. It does not mean you should stay in toxic situations or abusive relationships. And it absolutely does not mean you should avoid difficult, necessary conversations. What it means is that you see the reality of the situation clearly first, without the fog of an emotional reaction. And then, from that place of clarity, you choose your response wisely and powerfully. You can still set firm boundaries. You can still decide to walk away from a person or a job. You can still speak your truth and stand up for yourself. But you do it from a place of calm strength, not from a place of reactive anger or hurt. You're responding, not reacting. The real magic of this theory lies in the shift from external control to internal control. You stop asking the victim question, "Why are they doing this to me?" And you start asking the power question, "Given this situation, what do I want to do now?" That single shift in perspective can fundamentally change everything: your relationships, your career, your confidence, and your overall mental health. You become the author of your own life, not just a character reacting to what others do. The "let them" theory is simple, it's practical, and it is incredibly powerful. The truth is, you can't control other people. You can't control every outcome, but you can always control yourself. When you say "let them," you release the stress of the uncontrollable. And when you follow it up with "let me," you take back the responsibility for your own happiness and your own life. And that right there is where your peace truly begins. If this idea resonated with you, I can tell you the book goes so much deeper with incredible real-life stories, practical exercises, and powerful insights that can help you integrate this into your life. I highly recommend you read The "Let Them" Theory by Mel Robbins and Sawyer Robbins. To make it easy for you, I've put the Amazon purchase link in the description below. It's a great way to support the channel and invest in your own growth at the same time. If you found this summary helpful, please give this video a like, share it with someone you think needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more book summaries that can genuinely change your life. Thank you so much for watching.